Hey there, my friends. Jim Squares here. You have more systems for creating money, creating time, and getting fit, all for you. So today's we're going to talk about establishing your kids' credit early and then getting them better further ahead when they start. So it's a money hack. Money hack. So, but first, make sure you like and subscribe down below. Share this with others, especially if they have kids that would benefit. Here we go. So what you want to do first is you want to hopefully have a credit card, and it has a large maximum and an old age. Those are ideal. The older the age, I believe, is better, and you can always call to request to get a larger maximum. But we'll talk about that at the end of the video. If I didn't, put it in the comments because I forgot, because you need to know this, how you do that. Your children must be 13 years old to be added on a credit card. So if they're younger than that, you gotta wait. Put a reminder in your calendar. But what you're going to do is you're going to want to find one of those older credit cards with a large maximum. Call up your credit card company, Chase, Bank of America, whatever, Barclays, and you go, hey, I want to add an authorized user on this credit card, and say I want to add my child. And you can do this online too, which is fine. Just go online and you'll go through the portal and you'll find other services. Usually is where it's under, and you want to find out where you can add your child. You'll need their social security number, their birthday, which you should know hopefully, and their name. And those are the only three things you need. And what you want to do is you want to add them as an authorized user of the credit card. They don't need to have a card. They only need to have access added onto your account. And make sure you pay off the balance in full every month. And you charge at least $1 a month. So pay a balance in full, I guess you don't technically need to do that, but you want to remain in good standing. So if you can't remain in good standing, if you're at risk there, don't do this, because you got to get yours sorted first before you add on your child. But once you've got yourself sorted, where you're paying the whole balance, ideally, or at least the minimum balance, then you want to add them onto the card. What this will do is it'll start establishing their credit, even though they're not using it, because it says, hey, they have access to this credit, and it's in good standing for all this time. And so by the time they get out of college, so 22, they've had 10 years of experience almost added on the credit score. And what you want to do is when they're 18, you want to get them a credit card. So this is how our process of what we've been doing. So I have 3 of my kids on my credit card, and once my oldest one cycles off, then I will be adding, the youngest one onto the credit card again. And some credit cards have limits, so you want to be careful. If you have a lot of kids, you don't. I think the authorized users are limited to 4, I believe. But yes, so this is something that is ideal, and it will help out your kids a lot, because their credit score will be higher, they'll get lower interest rate loans, and they'll have credit. So, and the one thing I do is I actually did give my daughter a credit card, so she has one where she can use it, and she just charges gas on it. So she gets used to just charging gas on it. Now I pay for it because there's things I have her do for me, and it makes sense for the way we run our life. So it's like, hey, I'll pay for the credit card, but as long as you bring me the receipt, and then I usually look at it, and I pay it off in full every month. So I highly recommend that. Now, you're saying, well, my limit's low, but I have a really old credit card. What I like to do with that is I put a reminder in my calendar every 6 months and I call up the credit card and I ask for an increase. So here's essentially, I always say, because I'm going on a trip, because I have a trip coming up that I'm planning for. And they usually go, oh, okay, yeah, you have a trip planning up? What do you need? And then you could say whatever number. And they may or may not give it to you. Some automatically increase it. I've had that happen where they automatically just increase it. And I was like, well, I didn't even tell you what I needed. And they're like, well, this is just what we can get you. It's like, okay, so you take what you can get. But do that every 6 months. And as long as you're in good standing. If you're just barely paying off or not paying off, they're not going to give it to you. But if you are paying it off in full, totally do this, because it will help out your kids' credit and yours too if you need it. So that's what I recommend for you. So in the meantime, keep growing together. Share this with others, and we'll be talking